Here are the children, tomorrow's adults, on their way to the classroom. Tomorrow's doctors and nurses, writers and lawyers, tomorrow's spacemen. This school could be in your community. Maybe you pass it on your way to work. Your neighbor's child may be here, maybe your own. Attendance at this school is high, and so are the grades. And one reason could very well be a noonday lunch in the National School Lunch Program. It happens every noon, Monday through Friday, in this school, in all schools that take part in the National School Lunch Program. It happens every noon for the pupil who takes advantage of the lunch program. Lunches are planned by a local school manager whose menus have taste appeal and day-to-day variety. A good lunch provides from 1/3 to 1/2 of the students' daily needs. In thousands of schools across the country, millions of school children participate in the National School Lunch Program. Impressive? Actually not. Only a little over 1/3 of our school enrollment participates. The price of a lunch is low, an average of less than 30 cents for those who can afford it, even lower for those who can't. Free of charge for the child of a needy family. Lunches are designed to be nutritious, attractive, and well-balanced. Type A, they're called. Meats and other foods rich in protein, a combination of fruits and vegetables, bread, butter, milk. Type A. A nutritious lunch helps a child stay alert. It helps teenagers make that final spurt of growth that develops them into healthy grown-ups. It gives all youth the energy to keep up and grow up. And what better use for our cultural riches than the school lunch? The total food consumed in the school lunch program represents an ever-growing market for our farms and our food industry. Of course, there are schools that just don't have handsome cafeterias like this, or efficient kitchen facilities of their own. But this hasn't stopped some schools that lack such facilities. They still have a lunch program, a different kind. I've asked a school nutritionist to tell us about it in her own words.
School lunches are prepared every day in one big central kitchen that services many neighboring schools with no kitchen facilities of their own. The lunches we put together are all type A and popular, plenty of good protein. There's salad for vitamins and minerals. A dressing adds flavor. And carbohydrates, like oven-fresh cake, they're always easy to take. Every lunch is separately and attractively wrapped. And it is placed in its own paper bag to become a personal lunch. Well in advance of the noon hour, a driver picks up the bagged lunches. Lunches are then delivered to those schools which have taken the initiative to enroll in the school lunch program. In a big metropolitan city, maybe 35 out of a possible 165 schools have a lunch hour like this. Bags are distributed in a large multipurpose room that at lunchtime becomes a cafeteria. The place serves the purpose more than adequately. In other schools, the setting isn't always the best, since there just isn't enough room. Children have to eat right at their desks. But they are being fed, and fed well, and that's what counts. More schools should do it. Every school should do it. This noontime lunch may be the only real food some of these children see all day long. Miss school and miss lunch. So it's important they're fed here, with someone to care for them.
Well, that's the picture in the city schools. But the picture changes when it comes to the rural schools. Some of them are miles away from modern highways, hidden far out of sight. Nevertheless, with enough determination and courage, a school lunch program can happen. Let's hear about it from one such teacher in charge.
Before the school day actually starts, my husband and I pay a visit to the general store to buy the day's menu. It's a good store, opens early, and it's right off the main highway, so we can count on deliveries of fresh milk every day. What's more, they stock a large variety of canned and refrigerated foods. Meats, fish, fruits, vegetables, lots of the good things children like to eat. It's a long drive to the school, that's for sure. A drive nobody was prepared to make in country as underdeveloped as ours. But we do it, every school day. And it's become part of our daily routine. Rickety bridges, rough bumps, and all. The children, bless their hearts, get to school ahead of time these days, just waiting to see us drive up. And they can't do enough to help. Of course, my class is a small one, so lunch preparations aren't what you'd call a hardship, and we're mighty grateful for refrigeration. Keeps the milk and other perishables cool in hot weather and fresh all morning long. Good for leftovers, too. But we never really count on leftovers. Noontime, and everything is ready. Ready for hungry and grateful little mouths.
Yes, it happens every noon for the lucky school children in Vanessa Clark's county. Another county, another schoolhouse, one that's closer to the main highway. Here, food deliveries can be made. The older girls get things ready for lunch, giving the teacher a chance to remain with the younger children. The back of the schoolroom becomes an impromptu kitchen. Very often, a hot lunch is prepared, the only hot food some children can look forward to all day. And nowadays, the kids are so willing that even the boys are eager to wash up for the noonday meal. The energy that a well-balanced meal gives them will extend far beyond the lunch period, into the late hours of the afternoon. It will keep the children alert, even enthusiastic about school. Yes, here again, it happens every noon, the way it can for many little rural classrooms all over America. Through the initiative and the ingenuity of local communities with the right spirit, lunch programs have begun in hundreds of isolated one- and two-room schools where many children can afford but a few pennies. The United States Department of Agriculture donates some food, along with cash, to help schools buy food locally, thus contributing about 1/5 of the cost of school lunches. But merely making lunches available still doesn't mean that all children get good nutrition. Some kids just don't buy the school lunch. They think it's perfectly all right, pretty cool, in fact, to live on snacks. Teenage girls are the most poorly fed of any group in the nation. Alarming, isn't it, when you consider their future jobs as wives and mothers? And take this youngster. Looks like he could safely skip a meal or three, doesn't he? But don't be fooled. What he really needs is a meal with food that counts. Is this happening in your community? Find out, because many children are not getting good lunches at school. Perhaps your school is already taking part. Very well and good. But ask your school lunch manager if every child is getting a good lunch. If not, it's time to enlist the support of your local people. The federal government is putting up its share. You of the community must take on yours. Work with your school officials and the state school lunch director in your state's Department of Education. They'll tell you how to get one going, and going soon. Once you do, see to it that all children have their lunch. The approved Type A lunch. Let it happen every noon, in every school, in every state. After all, you can't teach a hungry child.